2NURFM News. For our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay. Open 7 days for your convenience.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Georgia Lupton with 2NURFM Hunter News. The Hunter could be in line for a specialised domestic violence unit. Newcastle MP Sharon Clayton is leading the push for the Hunter to be included in the federal government's $15 million in spending to aid victims of domestic violence in recognised hotspots. The specialised units are part of the larger $100 million women's safety package, which was announced last week by Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. Sharon Clayton says she is also pushing for the government to establish a family violence response unit within the Department of Human Services.
Having a dedicated family violence response unit within that department would also help coordinate all of the services that the women and children leaving a violent relationship require to ensure that they are safe.
Another 100 Ausgrid jobs could be cut in the Hunter, according to the United Services Union. A leaked internal document shows apprenticeships could be axed, more jobs cut and call centres outsourced in the lead-up to the privatisation of the company. The union's Scott McNamara says it's important to protect Hunter Ausgrid jobs.
These people know your business, know your organisations, know your local areas. Also, these people have been long-standing employees for these organisations. They've helped build your network, helped build the security in relation to services you have. And what it would seem to be is we've got a staged process to dismantle that hard work.
Residents who have potentially been affected by contamination near Williamtown RAF base are being provided with an alternative drinking water source in the form of bottled water. Residents who use water from bores as drinking water will be provided with free bottled water if levels of contamination in their groundwater exceeds the criteria for drinking. The Defence Department is continuing its investigation into the leak in an attempt to fully understand the extent of the contamination, with testing on private properties commencing. The Lock the Gate Alliance has released a new report suggesting the New South Wales government's gas regulation is falling short of community expectations. The Alliance suggests the buyback of exploration licences isn't enough, as greater regulation of the coal seam gas operations is still required. The Alliance have also expressed further concerns with approved dangerous gas flaring near homes in Gloucester and risky wastewater irrigation project near Narrabri. Lock the Gate Alliance New South Wales Coordinator Georgina Woods says exclusion zones still haven't been put in place.
We still haven't yet got adequate no-go areas for coal seam gas. There's no exclusion zone surrounding the vineyards. There's no 2-kilometre buffer. And there's a lot of places that are still under threat.
The refurbished Port Stephens SES unit at Raymond Terrace has reopened its doors. The unit was officially reopened on Saturday afternoon by Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald. Scott McDonald says the state government is only too happy to support the SES.
I don't think Port Stephens could have coped without the SES. The community came under a lot of pressure with the winds and storms and floods in some areas. All credit to the volunteers and their employers who allow them to go on and do this sort of work in their own time. Really magnificent organisation that the state government, the Baird government's happy to support.
Fare evasion and antisocial behaviour have been the focus of a police operation in an attempt to improve the community safety of the Hunter's public transport. The operation focused on fare evasion and antisocial behaviour at transport hubs between Sydney and Newcastle, resulting in 100 people being searched and 200 infringements being issued. It is expected similar operations are expected to take place in the coming months as a concerted effort is being made to improve community safety. In finance, the All Ords is up 48 points at 51.25 and $1 Australian is buying 70.27 US cents.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor Warners Bay Sports Club.
The Newcastle Knights have won a fiery New South Wales Cup Grand Final over Wyong 20 points to 10. After an alleged eye gouge from Wyong's Nathan Stapleton, Knights fullback Jake Mamo and Wyong's Jono Ford went nose-to-nose and then to the sin bin, leaving both sides a man short. The Red and Blue surged to a 20-4 lead before holding off on a late charge from the Roos to secure the premiership. In the real NRL Grand Final, Macquarie weren't able to hold on to their half-time lead as Lakes United fought back to win 24-18. The win was an emotional one for coach Dean Noonan after the side not only came back from 18-4 down in the final, but came back from losing every game in 2013. Noonan told NBN his team was courageous for their fight for the victory.
That is the best feeling I've ever come across. Just so proud of them boys, to show so much courage. Just so proud of my boys to do what they did there today.
And Newcastle has started its Sydney 2020 Cup campaign with a win over the Sunderland yesterday. Chasing 129, the Steel chipped away with the total to pick up a 3-wicket win with 4 balls to spare. That's Sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
To NURFM news time is 2:05.